Hello learner, welcome back to my channel Learn with Krishan. Today we are going to learn one of the most important and interesting topic, histogram. Histogram is similar like a bar, but still there is a difference between histogram and bar. That also we will discuss in the same topic. So again, welcome back. This is Krishan Kumar from Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya Pondicherry, PGT Computer Science, and we are today going to handle the topic of class 12th IP syllabus new 2021 for JNV student and all others. So first of all, let us see that how to plot a histogram in Python using matplotlib. So histogram we can create using a simple function which is called as a HIST, right? Or you can use plt.histogram and pyplot.histogram, both can be used. So let us understand the histogram syntax with its attribute. So first, this is X, which is called as a data. You can see that they are empty brackets, and what is going to become inside the empty bracket, these are the attributes. So data, whatever you want to plot on histogram, number of bars, how many number of bars you want to generate, right? Histogram is basically showing the frequency of data, right? In a particular frequency of data, how many data is falling. Then cumulative, generally it will be false, but if you want to make it cumulative, you can make it true. What is the meaning of cumulative? Suppose for example 1 and 2, next time it will be 1 plus 2 and next value will come which is 3. Then next time 1 plus 2 plus 3, next value will come which is 6. This is called as a cumulative if you want. Then the histogram type, if you want to generate as a bar, generally by default it will take as a bar, but you can change it as a bar stacked step and step filled. Choice is yours. You have to define his HIST type is equal to in single inverted comma or double inverted comma. You can give either bar stacked step and step filled. Alignment is generally by default alignment will be there, but if you want to change the alignment, you can go for center, left, right and mid, whatever choice is yours, right? This is mid for center. Orientation, right? You can make it horizontal and you can make it vertical. That is also based on your choice. Right. So before learning the histogram, let us see what are the differences between bar and histogram. So first difference, you can see the first difference, there is a gap between each and every plot in a bar. Each and every plots are having gap between the bar, but in histogram there will be a no gap between the bars. Is it clear? This is the first difference between your bar and histogram. Each and every bar are having gap, but here there is no gap. This is the difference number 1. The difference number 2, you can see categories. Here you can define a alphabetical and numerical categories, but this will not take any alphabetical category. This will a numbered range only. The histogram will take numbered range only. So this is the second difference which you can see in between bar and histogram. So I hope it is clear to all of you. There is a gap, right, in a bar, but there is no gap in a histogram, and same time it is a categorize. The x-axis can be categorized, but here the x-axis will not be categorized. It is a numerical value or range or number range. Now let us interact with the histogram. Histogram, a graphical display of data using bars of different heights. A histogram is a plot that let you discover and show underlining frequency distribution of a set of continuous data. This is the most important underlining line. You have to understand how it is going to be show the data of a continuous data in a frequency. Okay, how the continuous data is divided into particular frequency. For example, we are having data 1 to 10. How we can divide the data into frequency? So first of all, we have to identify number of bars. Then based on number of bars, we have to divide the data in a particular frequency. Okay, we will see with an example, so you will better understand. The hist function used to plot or create histogram. We can use pyplot library to create histogram. So these are the basic things which you have to always remember, that a histogram is nothing, it is a plot that let you discover and show underlying frequency distribution of a set of continuous data. I will show you the meaning of continuous data and same time how the frequency is going to be distributed. Right, so you can see it's similar like a bar chart, but a histogram group numbers into range. The height of each bar shows how many numbers or values are falling in a particular range, and you can decide what range you want to use. It's up to you only. Now let us have an example where we are having a values, right? These values are showing the continuous, okay, or containing the age of 20 people, people number 1 age, people number 2 age, and 15 and 20 age. So these are the data which is belonging to the age of 20 people. Now when you want to create a histogram, there will be no gap between bars. This is because histogram represent a continuous data set. Okay, there is no gap in the data. Now how we can convert this data into continuous data? Because 37, after 37 38 will come, then only it is called as a continuous data, na? But here you can see 37 and 28, then again 44 and 74 and 66. Our values are not in a continuous way. So first job, you have to arrange the data in ascending order to find out the frequency. Ascending order, the minimum value will come first, then it will go increasingly by next value. So check out this. I have taken the minimum value, which is a 24, which is appearing here, 24, then the 28, which is the second highest value, then third highest value, fourth, 5. You can see this is a sequence. Now we have arranged the data in ascending order, right? This is the minimum value and this is the maximum value, right? See, once the data is arranged in ascending order, then you have to decide that how many bar you want to plot with the histogram. For example, if I want to plot 5 bar using the histogram, okay, 5 bins, bar bins you can say, okay, I want to generate the 5 bins or 5 bar, then I have to find the width of data by using the following formula: max value minus minimum value divided by number of bars or number of bins. Now you can see here the max value is 92, minimum value is 94. So if you divide by 5, you will get 13.6. Now the 13.6 can be converted into a whole number value, which will be the 14. Okay, 13.6 is round up, so it is become 14. Clear? Because it is a 13.5. If it is 13.5 also, it will be rounded to the next value. Okay, now, so I hope it is clear to everybody. First value, find out the values, arrange the value in ascending order, find out the highest value, lowest value, find out the number of bins, number of bars, divide the maximum value minus minimum value divided by number of bars. Now we got 14, right? So again see the data. Now we are ready to find the frequency. The continuous data is available. Now we are going to find the frequency of continuous data. So how to find? Let us arrange the data. Okay, bins and data class we have arranged, right? Why it is coming 24 to 37? Because the gap between 24 to 37 is 14. Just now we got, okay, what we got, you see, we got just now this thing, right? This is okay, right? Now you can see. So 24 is the minimum value, and right, you can see the width is 14. So 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, and now it is 14, it is coming. So next time also we have to do it the same thing. 38, then 14 gap, 52, then 14 gap, 66, then 14 gap, 80, then 14 gap. Now you can see our maximum value of data was, it is a 92. So we can go for the bar, because our here it is coming 93, so our 92 will get covered. Now we have divided the bins or data classes. Now we have to find out the frequency, that how many data are falling in this bin, this classes, data classes, right? Now you can see 24 to 37, how many data are falling. You can easily check it because it is in already in ascending order. Frequency we got it. So 24 to 37, the 4 number of data are falling, right? So we will write it 4 in a frequency table. Then we will see 38 to 51, how many number of data are falling? Yes, 7 data are falling in this category. So we'll write it in a frequency table. Again we will find out 52 to 65. Now you can see how many data. Yes, there are 5, so we'll write it 5 there. Now 66 to 79 we will find out. So there is only 3 number of data is available, so we will put the 3 data in our frequency table, right? Your computer will do it quickly, but manually we have to understand. Now the last category is 80 to 93, and only 1 data is falling in this category, so we will write the same number of 1 data is falling in this category. Now finally we are ready to draw a histogram. It's really very easy. Just arrange the data in ascending order, minimum value, maximum value, and how many number of bars you want. Then frequency will come. Then based on frequency, take a minimum value and draw the data classes or bins. You can see this is the data classes and bins. In this category of data classes or bins, how many data are falling? That is called as a frequency. Now let us see what is the maximum frequency. So easy, you can see there is a 7 is the maximum frequency. So the y-axis, this is the y-axis. Now you can see, I'll show you. So what is the task now? We have to draw the histogram. So what is required? The y-axis is required, and highest frequency for y-axis is 7. The same time x-axis is required for the purpose of bins. Okay, now you can see both are available, frequency or y-axis, classes or data or x-axis. Classes or data and frequency, both are available with us. Now frequency is, maximum frequency is 7, so we will draw 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, right? So we have drawn a y-axis. Now the time for numbering. So you can see we have given the number, identification, frequency we have given. Now the time for x-axis, you can see the same thing, number of requirement. Now you can see 24, 38, 52, 66 and 80. We are getting all the initial value. So our next value is 92. So we will take, because after this 93 what will come, 94 will come, so we must have to take this, otherwise our last histogram will not be able to generate in a proper way. Every time you have to do it. Now the time to check out 24 to 37, there are 4, so we will draw a histogram or a bar up to 4 frequency. Then 38 to 51, there are 7 frequency, so we will draw it 7 frequency bar. Next like that, and finally it is only 1, so we will do it like that. So this way you can generate your histogram manually. It's really very easy. I hope you understood. Now there is a question for all. See, this is the data and you have to draw the histogram for this data. I hope you will be able to do this, right? What is the first task? Yes, you have to arrange the data in ascending order. Okay, minimum value, maximum value, right? Yes, do it. I will help you. So the data you have arranged in a ascending order. Okay, good job. And suppose again if you want to generate the 5 bars, right? So we'll divide the data into 5 categories. Let us see. We have to find out the frequency, the same thing. Maximum value and minimum value we have to minus, divided by number of bins, right? So max value is 27. Yes, please do it continuously. Do it before me. Min value is 2, right? We have a formula. Width is equal to max value minus min value divided by bins. So 27 minus 2 divided by 5, and we got it 5. Clear? Good job by everybody. So the width is 5, but still we have to round the number to the next value. I told you last time also, whatever value you will get it, please round it to the next value to find out the histogram in a proper way, right? So now we got the width is equal to 6. Clear? Now you can see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it clear? So we are having the 6 width between the bins or data classes. Okay, so again the same thing. This is the data which you have arranged in ascending order, right? Minimum width is equal to 6. Now you can see how many data are falling. Yes, there are 3 number of data is falling in this category. So this is the frequency of these data. Again 18 to 13, only 1, so we will write it 1 here in a frequency table. And 14 to 19, right, we are getting only 2 data, right? So we will write it in a frequency table. Then again 20 to 22, there are different type of data. 4 data is available, so we'll write it here 4 data, and finally the last one we will write it as a 1 data. Yes, I hope you are doing correctly with me. Yes, good job. Right, now the time to draw the histogram. Everything is available with us. It's very simple. Just convert the data into ascending order, find out minimum maximum value, find out the bins, and find out the width. Whatever width you will get it, convert to the next value of the, suppose you have got 10, convert into 11, right? You have to do it this thing always. Now find out the frequency, how many data are falling in this particular category. Now finally you have to draw the histogram. So what is the maximum frequency? 4. Okay, now you can see 1, 2, 3 and 4 maximum frequency we got it. Put the number of your frequency. Now set the data to, okay, then next value 8, the next value 14, the next value 20, next value 26. So finally the next bar will go up to 31, so we have to write it up to 32. next value we have to write it as we saw in last example. That's all. Your histogram is ready. Now let us check it. 2 to 7 there is 3. So what you will do, right, you have to do it by yourself. I will also help you. I will take a pen. Now I'll show you. Yes, so here it will be go like that, right, up to 3, then 8 to 13 there is only 1, so it will come by this way. Yes, I know that everyone has completed their task, and finally this will go up to 2, right, and this will come here, and then 20 to 25 that will be up to 4, so we have to go to the up to 4, right. So this way, this is really a very simple way to generate a histogram, to understand the histogram, and finally the last one will be 1, and this way you can generate your histogram. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you have learned. Please try attend the exam in a nice manner and get full marks in histogram. Thank you for watching. Please share. Thank you everybody.